Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, Julian. How are you?
I tell you, you've made a harrowing gut punch film, and I'm going to start with a hard question. I mean, given where we are in this country with the election, with the insurrection, has Alex made a prophetic film or a cautionary film for you all?
I think a cautionary tale.
Cautionary, yeah. Yeah, it's a film about the how polarization can be a very dangerous thing, right?
All right, so moving on from that, there's a couple of scenes that are just really difficult to see, but it really kind of talks to like being in war zones, especially if you're like a reporter or somebody innocent. So talk about the scene with Jesse Plemons where you guys encounter them in that little town. How difficult was it to shoot that scene?
That scene was particularly difficult for me personally. I'm kind of American now. Your question was really a hard one for me. So I'm an American citizen too, but I speak with an accent. I didn't grow up in this country, and I always thought like, what would I do if someday I would, if someone asked me something like that, what would be my reaction? Until today, I don't know. So these 2 days with Jesse asking me that question over and over and over again was a very, very difficult day for me.
What about the ladies? Well, how was that shooting that one day with Jesse?
I mean, it's not a role that he was, wanting to play. I kind of asked him to play it for us because he's such a brilliant actor, and I knew that that scene was such an important scene because it shifts the film into high gear kind of after that scene. But you can speak on it.
Yeah, I mean, we shot it for 2 days straight, like Wagner was saying, in the Atlanta sun with very believable performances surrounding us and a dark, intelligent scene that says so much within it, but it gets under your skin, but it's hopefully powerful and effective.
I think that IMAX audiences are going to be blown out of their chair. I mean, this is really something that we haven't seen before, and particularly the climax is so beautifully shot. So, you guys are basically embedded, with the soldiers, going through this crazy attack. Talk about filming those scenes in particular. I mean, is it as harrowing when you're doing these different setups with all the loud explosions going on, or is it something that's just
Yes.
more metered and you can handle it?
No, what you're hearing in that final act is basically the same as what the actors were hearing, and to have that level of noise, and also we had an incredible military advisor, Ray Mendoza, and 3 other Navy SEALs, and we were surrounded by veterans in that final act. I mean, it was incredibly immersive and moving.
So now that you've seen the final product, right, and seen how jarring it is, what do you really want audiences to take away as far as, something that they can learn from?
I always think that I don't believe like the films have a message. I think that the great thing about movies in any art form actually is like that people can have different reads on it. I can tell you what changed for me from after I wrapped this film. I honestly started to really trying to listen to people that think differently politically from me, and that's been a great exercise in my life because I'm finding that there are more common ground than I thought. I mean, if our differences are only about how the state should deal with things, I think we should totally try to listen to each other.
All right, and so I guess let me ask more of like a levity question because the film is so intense from beginning to end. Like you guys are together pretty much the whole time. What do you do to relax, off camera? How are you able to kind of wind it down a little bit?
Well, I had just had a baby, so he turned 1 on this film. So I had beautiful little souls to hang out with after, which was a very good brain switch for me after the days on this film.
Even for me, when I went to your place and I saw the kids, I was like, oh.
I know, we need your energy. As much as I could get to the house and play with the babies.
Yeah.
I tried to-
This feels great, yeah.
All right, so they've given me the wrap notice. Let me sneak one last question in. What can you talk about your director, Alex? Because he's really given us a truly visionary film, and I think that audiences are really going to be blown away. What do you think that people are going to think of him after this?
He's a brilliant director. I've always thought that, but this really is, he's done something that I've never seen before.
And he says he's going to retire after this one. I guess this must say something about this film. Right?
I mean, not retire from
From
screenplays,
directing,
but
yeah.
from directing.
Yeah.
Don't they all? Say?
Bravo. Well, thanks for your time, guys. Great film, really good.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you so much.